Do you think it's going to be Bobby and maybe Brock at WrestleMania, and then Drew goes on to face Sheamus? How do you see the championship picture shaking out as we get closer to the event?
Oh, if Bobby wins the belt, it's him and Brock. LOL.
Really? You think so? For sure?
Guaranteed. It'd be one of those things. If Bobby wins it, they could do him, Miz, and Drew at Fastlane. Have him beat Miz, and you can have like Sheamus cost Drew, and then you just do Drew and Sheamus at WrestleMania, no title, and then do Brock and Bobby.
So you do Brock and Bobby, Drew and Sheamus. So I expressed my issues with the match on the show yesterday. And again, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite because I've been asking for this match for years now, and I would like to see the match. But I feel like the negatives might outweigh the positives in that you give Bobby the belt for what? A month? Because you would probably lose, right? How do you see that going?
I mean, if they're going to do him and Brock and Mania, you have to have Bobby win. I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, no, and then they'll put it back on Brock, but I just... Why would you book him so strong just to win the belt, just to lose it right away? I mean,
well, yeah, that's my thing. So that's what I wanted to ask you. I feel like I would... Trust me, I want to see Bobby win too, but I feel like if they do the match, Brock would almost... Not have to win, but he doesn't have to win. Bobby has to win. But I feel like Brock would almost very likely win just because... I don't know. I've always gotten the sense, and I talked to Bobby a couple of months ago, and he said that someone in Brock's camp never wanted that match. It was probably Heyman. If you look at the writing on the wall here, and I think I was saying this to Alexis a couple of days ago, it does not surprise me that Paul Heyman is not a Bobby Lashley guy at all. I mean, you look at the year that Heyman ran Raw, and there were a lot of guys that got pushed, and rightfully so. Andrade, Ricochet for a little bit, Aleister Black, among other people. Where was Bobby Lashley? Fucking married to Lana and doing all this dumb shit with her and Miro and all this other garbage. I mean, he clearly did not see Bobby Lashley as the dominator, as, this dominant force that he is now. I don't think they want that match, and I feel like the only way they would agree to it is if Brock wins. And Brock has lost in the last two WrestleManias, so he lost in the last match that we saw him in, and you also can't beat him too often, so I feel like it's a catch-22 either way.
So the only thing I don't know if I would say he's not a Bobby Lashley fan, but what I will say is that I feel like to him Bobby Lashley's basically Brock Lesnar 2.0. Like they're both big muscle bound guys. Both are amateur wrestlers at UFC fight. Like they're basically the same guy basically. So it's like if he pushed Bobby as like an unbeatable monster, just like Brock, then like. You're pushing like the same, like it's two of the same, I guess. Obviously, they're different races, but I mean, if you push Bobby as a MMA beast and then you already have Brock, then you're like doing this. Like I don't know. That's how I would see it more than anything else. Like you can't have them both be the same person.
Yeah, and I don't think they are. I don't look at Bobby and think based off based off the booking, maybe a little bit, but I don't think, oh man, he's Brock Lesnar 2.0. Like, I feel like Bobby Lashley has his own identity. He has his own faction. It's not really a question for me, more so Paul Heyman, I guess, because he would probably shed some more light on it. But I just get the feeling that Brock wouldn't want the match, and if they do it, then he would probably win. That's my fear.
He doesn't care. Hey, write the check big enough, he'll take a job.
Bobby wins. Does that cement him as a star, and they go on from there, and they give him a nice long title reign? Because that's what I would like to see.
Yeah, if he's going to win the belt, like I said, I just don't think it'd make much sense to build him up as good as they have. He's probably, besides Drew, you could probably give him a fair show. Like he's probably been him, Roman, and Drew have been the best booked guys in the last probably 6 months to a year. So
easily,
I mean, it would make no sense for him to win the belt just to drop the Brock, who has lost it the last few years to Drew, to Seth, to Roman. Like he's lost a decent amount lately, so. I just think it would be dumb for him to come back and then just beat Bobby, and then he's done at that point. Like if he loses to Brock, then what do you do with him then?
What do you do with Brock Lesnar as another part-time champion for the 5th time in the last 6 years?
You suck it up.